I wish you could see what a wonderful human being you are. I wish you could see how incredibly capable you are. I wish you could see that you're meant for more, that you're meant to go through life feeling the gratitude, feeling the joy, going through challenges, learning, growing, doing all these things and following your intuition, your heart, instead of truly just being shaped by the people around you and by like this ego voice and the words in your mind, because you're meant for more. Okay, let's start properly. Hello, my sunshine, and welcome to a new episode of the Hot Girl Morning Podcast. I'm really excited and grateful to have you here. And in today's episode, I actually do not have a clear plan. I was thinking I just want to do a bit of a pep talk. I want to help you see how capable you are. I want to inspire you to romanticize your life, to manifest and see that there's more out there for you. If you don't know, my name is Greta. I'm an accountability and empowerment coach. And on this podcast, we talk about all things personal growth, mindfulness, self-love, manifesting your dreams, and becoming the best version of yourself. So if any of these topics sound interesting to you, make sure to follow this podcast, rate it 5 stars if you really enjoyed, and maybe send it to a friend who might need to hear this today. And I have one thing that I'm going to ask you to do, and you don't have to do it, but I would be very grateful. If you don't know, this podcast also exists on YouTube. I don't really talk about it because mainly most people go on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But I recently had an issue coming up where obviously the name of my podcast is the Hot Girl Morning Podcast. And it doesn't come from the direction of like talking about that I am a hot girl or hot girls in general. It is about like the energy that you walk through life with and talking about dreams and vision. But the people that follow me or subscribe to me on YouTube are men. And those men, like, I'm sorry. In general, also men are welcome on my page. But if you're coming on here because you're typing in hot girls on YouTube, then this is not the place for you. So if you are like, okay, you want a comfort podcast also on your YouTube channel, maybe consider subscribing me or just help me change the algorithm. But with all that being said, I'm going to put that aside. How are you doing? How are you feeling? I hope you feel wonderful. I'm going to be honest with you. I had the best week of my life. If you haven't seen last week's episode, I did like a birthday Q&A. And basically, I have spent my birthday in Vienna. And I also told you that usually I don't really like birthdays that much because it's connected to a lot of disappointment. Not this one. This was the most beautiful birthday I have ever experienced in my life, and my heart is so full of gratitude with the amazing friendships and humans I have all around me. And it was such a way, like, I don't know how to even describe it. I felt like I came home, like internally, energetically, but also with the people around me. And yeah, it was absolutely wonderful. And when I'm recording this, the day after, I'm moving into my new apartment officially. Which is insane, but life is happening. I'm going to stop talking about my personal life and I'm going to do something else instead because I feel like I haven't done this in a while. I have this beautiful tradition going on where I have this book, which is called Living with Joy, Keys to Personal Power and Spiritual Transformation by Sanea Roman. And this book is filled with affirmations and quotes. And sometimes I like to open up a book with a random page. And what we have on here is in the chapter of the art of self-love. And there's a daily joy practice, and I think I would like to read that out loud to you. Sense your energy for a moment, allowing yourself to come into the center of your being. Open to experience a deeper part of your being, your innermost self, whose nature is pure, unconditional love. This self, your soul, loves you, understands you, and is always working for your higher good. Ask your soul to increase the love you're capable of receiving. Allow the love that is within the core of your being to become more visible and shine forth, increasing your ability to love yourself. As you think of the day ahead, picture feeling more of the love that is within you and finding new ways to express it. Something within you is growing stronger, wiser, and more loving as you open to the unlimited love within you. As you go about your day, Imagine that your innermost self is bringing you all the opportunities you need to love, nurture, and honor yourself, and then do so. Practice loving yourself today with your thoughts and your words. Make yourself right rather than wrong. Forgive yourself, knowing that you're always doing the best you know how. Make yourself the authority of what is good for you. Feel the joy that comes from honoring who you are. At night, reflect how the day felt and what changed as you opened to a new level of self-love. I love this book, and maybe you needed this reminder to show yourself a little bit more love. I'm in general curious to hear actually from you how you feel currently on that journey towards self-love. Do you feel like you're really in the beginning of that journey where you're struggling with your self-esteem and how you look at yourself? Or would you say, okay, you're on a good path? Or would you say, yes, I have arrived at the point of loving myself? I would be super curious about like how you think about this. I'm going to put the book aside, and I want to really create a moment for you with this podcast, for you to reconnect with yourself, to really get back into center, to be present, to feel inspired and motivated, and to see how capable you are. I feel like, especially when I surround myself with a lot of humans and I have a lot of conversations, I realize even more and more and more how much potential we surround ourselves always with, and how much we sometimes make ourselves small and don't allow ourselves to even say out loud what we want or to act like the person we want to become because we're scared of what other people are thinking. And I'm here to wake you up because no, that's not going to happen anymore. We're going to start with a bit of a check-in. So I want to invite you to actually take a really deep breath right now. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And I want you to really listen to every word I'm saying and really feel it with your body, with your mind, with your soul. You are safe, you are loved, and you're protected. You are meant for a big life. You're meant to see the beauty within you, inward and outward. You are meant to go through life following your spark, following your intuition. And I want you to really to take this moment to listen within and to truly, deeply reconnect with yourself. I want you to become aware of your body right now. Just notice it, like whatever feeling and sensation is coming up right now. I want you also to become aware of your mind. What is currently going on internally? What things are like, or what topics are you spiraling around and thinking a lot all of the time? And just become aware of it without judging. And I want you also to become aware of your soul, which is more like the energy that you're feeling internally. And just become aware. And again, you are safe, you're loved, and you're protected. I want you to take another deep breath and just allow yourself to be present, to sit in whatever is currently coming up for you. And again, listen to my voice. You are so incredibly capable. And I'm going to be honest with you right now. I have this feeling that you have been holding yourself back, that you have been making yourself small, either through the words you say out loud or the words you say in your mind. I feel like that you have been doubting yourself in some areas. Yes, you have made some improvements, but there are still the areas where you have been doubting yourself. And you have created too much space for the doubt to take over. Girly Pops, I'm telling this to you as many times as you needed to hear. You're meant for a big, beautiful, vibrant life. And one key part of creating a big, beautiful, vibrant life is, on one hand, to become aware of the worries and doubts and all these things that are taking over. But you are the one who is in charge of it. You're the one who's responsible for your own life. And you're the one who needs to take back control. It is okay for the fears to exist, but it is not okay for them to be taking over your life. Girly Pops, you're so freaking capable, and I feel like you have kind of lost yourself in the middle of the plot right now, instead of seeing the bigger picture, instead of understanding the grand part of life. You have been so stuck in your mind that you have forgotten the bigger picture. And I think you were placed on this earth to make the world a better place. And you cannot make the world a better place and help others and be there for everyone else if you do not also do that for yourself. If you do not create the space to send love towards yourself. I think there is something so powerful that happens when you're able to create the space to give love towards yourself. The energy and what it will do to your own body, to your mind, to your soul is so amazing, and how that is able for you to inspire the world around you. Right now, literally right now, is the time for you to take back control, to own who you are, own the little quirks and the little things that you have that don't seem perfect. And I want you to really accept the journey that you have been handed with. I want you to accept that journey instead of running always towards that other goal, towards always wanting to be somewhere different. I'm telling you, I want you to fall in love deeply, wholeheartedly with the process of becoming. I want you to really, really, really give yourself the love that you need. The love that you maybe in the past haven't received when you wanted to receive it. Okay? You are safe, you're loved, and you're protected. And it is time for these worries to stop. It is time to silence them and tune up the energy, tune up the volume of what the life is that you actually want to create for yourself. And really importantly, because I have listeners in all different ages, you don't have to have it all figured out. It doesn't even matter what age. I feel like sometimes we're so focused on getting to the end of it all that we forget to enjoy no matter how old you are or where you are currently in your life, you get to choose your direction. You get to a point where you realize, okay, that's not it for me. And I think that is one of the biggest mistakes people do. They have this feeling of, I have invested so much time in this and this is why I cannot change. And even though something is off, I'm telling you, if you're not feeling good, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling stressed, if you all these things, if your body in some way is showing up and is no, I'm not happy with where I am, the way to go about it is not to just put a plaster on the wound and just go on and just to fix the surface level stuff. It is time to really look within, and these anxieties or overthinking or whatever you want to call this, there's a deeper message behind it. And I want you to have the courage to look within. I want you to have the courage to look within and see where this pain is coming from. And see what message it is meant to tell you. Because in most cases, this feeling of overwhelm is not here to bother you and make you feel annoyed. It is here to help you, guide you towards a different direction. There's this beautiful quote that I recently found. The universe will never give you peace in something you were never meant to settle in. And I think you feeling this anxious, this overwhelmed, all these different things, it is a sign for you to redirect. It is a sign for you to show with courage. And also, really importantly, very, very freaking importantly, living a life aligned to your soul and to your purpose and to all these things and following your spark, following your intuition. This, very, very importantly, does not mean a life without anxious feelings and fear and overwhelm. And girl, it is normal. It is normal if you do something that is outside of your comfort zone that you're going to be scared. So it is not about the inexistence of these things, but it's about looking deeper and understanding on a deeper level. Okay, what are the things that I'm not happy with and what are the things that I want in my life? So take right now this moment, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what do I want? Like, honestly, what do I really, really want? What is it that, like, on a deeper level, that I am just craving so much, and with everything I'm doing, this is what I want? And in a lot of cases, it's nothing that comes from the outer world. It's something that comes from internal. It has something to do with feeling confident, maybe for you, or with feeling at peace, feeling grateful. There's so many different things. And again, you are so freaking capable. And I don't want you to hold yourself back any longer. And this is a quote that I said probably even in the first podcast episode that I did 4.5 years ago, or 4 years, something like that ago. There's a 1 in 400 trillion chance that you are here. 1 in 400 trillion. And you will walk around life here, taking it so for granted, not realizing what a privilege it is to be alive. What a privilege it is to have a body that works for you, to be able to hear, to be able to see, even though you may also need glasses or contact lenses like me. What a privilege it is to be alive right here, right now. And I know the world seems like a scary place. And yes, there are some areas that are very scary at the moment. But if you think about it, the fact that you can listen to a random human that sits somewhere in a living room in northern Italy who speaks your language, like, that is insane. The fact that you are on this earth, this is the biggest gift. And I want you to look at life in a different way. I want you to look at life in that way of, you're the person, you have so many possibilities. In most cases, most people that listen to my podcast come from a place where you have possibility. And I know we're all handed different circumstances, and I'm aware of the privilege that I have in my life with where I grew up. And it just makes me sad to think about, like, I don't know, Greta, if she would have lived 100 years ago, she wouldn't have been able to do what she wanted. She would have only had like this one way she could live her life. So I want you to really be aware, okay, there's only 1 in 400 trillion chance that you're on this earth right now. And if you think about it, I feel like sometimes when it's night and you look out for the stars, you realize like there's this whole universe around you, and we're just like this tiny blob in this tiny amount of time. And sometimes we get so stuck in what is right here, right now, that we forget about all these beautiful things. And I feel like I'm repeating myself because these things I just told you in like a different episode, but there's so many adventures that you will still go on. There are so many beautiful learnings that you will still go through. There, like, so much beauty is out there. And right now, this right here, right now is the time where I want you to decide that you choose yourself, that you choose your peace, that you choose the person that you always wanted to become. And I know, sometimes it is really hard to show up for yourself, but this is why I'm here. And I do have a free WhatsApp group, which is the Supportive Bestie group. And currently we're doing a challenge in the month of May where we hold each other accountable for 3 non-negotiables that we pick for the month to take care of our body, mind, and soul. And it's a really, really beautiful practice that you can start doing to start showing up for yourself. So if you're interested in that, always all the links are down below. And if you have the feeling, okay, I know that I'm meant for more, I want something different, I don't know how to get there, I feel a little bit overwhelmed by it, well, lucky you, that is what I do in my work. And this is the biggest passion in my life, seeing my clients go towards their dreams, even like some like quit their jobs and be invited for like big things. And it's just like, it's freaking insane what is possible if you have also some guidance and some accountability and some support by your side. So if you're interested in that, you will find all the links down below. You can even book a free 30-minute call with me. Really important, when you book the call, you will get all the information. You jump on the call with me, and then that we can have a conversation. And otherwise, you can just DM me on Instagram at greta.webhofer, greta.webhofer. And you can ask me there any question you want. But yeah, you are meant for big things. You are meant for big things. I want to thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.